So what do we got today? Nothing. Um, it was my day off today. Typically, I'm the traditional. My day off, I don't want to do anything. But this weekend, I'm rolling into a new position in my job to where I gotta be there certain days, and then yada yada yada. So I only have one day off. So that one day off wasn't the one day off that I wanted it to be. Usually I I either do two things. I rest one day and do everything that I have to do the next day, or I do everything that I have to do on my first day off and then rest the second day. And today was kind of like I got off work super early. So in my job, I'm salaried, so I'm there until they tell me I can go home. I typically set out 12 hours of my day to be at work, which is fine for me because I have nothing going on. I don't have a girlfriend, I'm not married, obviously. I don't have kids. I don't have pets. It's just me. So sometimes being at work is fine. Nobody wants to be a place that they have to be for 12 hours a day, but I kind of set that time out. My day starts at 4 o'clock in the morning, and I don't expect to be home until 4 o'clock or 4 p.m. in the afternoon. So I got off work super early. What was this yesterday? Yesterday, yeah, I got off work super early. I think I worked like a 7 hour shift. I think I worked from like 6 to 1. Somebody do the math on that. I don't know. Either way, it was a very short shift. So I kind of came home. I ordered some food, did what I had to do, cleaned up, did a few things around the house, and like by the time it was time to usually go to sleep, I was like, oh, I'm wide awake. So I did stuff for today, yesterday, that I would have did today. So then when I woke up today, I had nothing to do. And the things that I want to do are things that I would typically plan to do if I had 2 days off. So I went out, I did some work on my car, went out and I got some breakfast alone, which let me tell you, getting breakfast alone, just by yourself, amazing thing to do. People say that it's weird, but it's not. Just the time to yourself. Even if you go and get some food and eat it in your car, which I do like 70% of the time, it's so nice just kind of like not having to force that conversation with somebody whenever like you're across the table with them. So that was nice. So I got some stuff done today, and same thing because I got off work so early yesterday that I was like, what do I do for the day? And I was like, do I start projects that I planned for I want to say my next day off is today's Monday. I want to say my next day off is like Saturday. So I worked like the next 4 days, and then I'm off like Saturday. And I was like, do I start the projects that I want to start on Saturday today? But then I was like, no, because if I do that, then I'm not gonna have anything to do Saturday. And once again, being somebody who doesn't have a whole lot going on, which I never said it's a bad thing. Don't ever think it's a bad thing not having a whole lot going on. But I kind of have to structure my days and my time to this is what I have to do this day, this is what I have to do this day, this is what I have to do this day, because if I don't, I catch myself being very bored. And what comes with being very bored? Eating, sleeping, and being less productive than if I had a schedule. So that's kind of what today is. After I did my stuff, I was like, should I record a video? And I was like, no, it's only like 11:30. I was like, I don't want to record a video. I haven't done anything today. But then as the day went on and I realized that I hadn't done anything else, I watched like 3 movies today. I cleaned my room, and I was like, I didn't do anything today either, but I guess I did more. And I'm looking at the clock now. It's like I want to say it's like 8 o'clock right now. Let me double check that. It's 7. 8:21 at the time of this recording. I have to be up at 4 o'clock tomorrow morning. I've already taken a nap. If I go to sleep right now, I'm going to be up by midnight, and I'm going to stay up. So at this point, I have to stay up to about probably 10:30. Hopefully get about 5 to 6 hours of sleep, because anything less is like I'm having a bad day. But anything more, I've tried times where like I've gotten like 8 to like 10, 11, 12 hours of sleep, grumpy all day. So I don't know if it's just a me thing, but I can't do that. I can't sleep all day. And I've gone multiple days where like I didn't sleep and I've gone to work off that. There was one time I stayed up for, it was like 13 hours. And then I went to work and I worked a 12-hour shift. And then I got home and I was so burnt out and tired and fidgety and shaky that I couldn't go to sleep. So then I ended up staying up like an extra 5 hours. I was up for like 30 hours until I just passed myself out because like my sleeping schedule was so off. So I'm at a point right now where 7 o'clock, way too early to go to sleep. If I can run it another 2 hours or so and then maybe get to sleep. If I go to sleep at like 9 or 10, I'll probably be up at like 3:30, 3:45. Do I want to record a video then? Probably not. But if you've seen the last video, I toss and turn a lot. So that's my main problem. It's like whenever I go to sleep, I have to set aside like 30 minutes of like me tossing and turning and figuring out how I want to sleep for the night, which is wild because sometimes it's like I get in the bed, instant, I'm out. But then sometimes I get in the bed, tossing and turning for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, depending on how my body feels. If like I'm lifting a lot of things for the day, I might like sleep on my back because like that has like the less pressure built up. Or like if I'm like lifting things with my arm, I might try to sleep on my stomach, which I'm hearing isn't good for you. But then I'll do the thing where like I lay like this on my stomach. It really depends what kind of day I'm having and what physically I'm doing. It's weird. So, yeah, that's all I got. So, I got work tomorrow. I think I get off. I think I work like 5 to 3 tomorrow. If I can get all my stuff done, hopefully I can leave a little early. That is the nice thing about having a salaried job. I don't have to clock in. I just kind of go there and I do what I have to do. And if I get the okay to go, I leave. The bad thing about being salaried is like I'm always, I don't want to say available because they are very understanding about my time, but being available for people who work for me, my associates, and the store needs, like they're not going to call me unless somebody's breaking into like the building. They're not going to call me at 1 o'clock in the morning and be like, you need to come in right now. If I'm scheduled at a shift for like 4 p.m., they might call me at like 3 p.m. and be like, hey, can you get here as soon as possible? Which I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. Scheduled at 4, I'll get there at 3:30. Like, it's stuff like that. Or like, if I'm scheduled off at 2, hey, so-and-so is running late. We need a manager in the building. Can you stay an hour? Maybe 2 until somebody gets here because there has to be a manager in the building the whole time. I'm like, all right, cool. And usually, like, at that point, like, my stuff is done to where, like, my position is cool because I just kind of, like, bounce around to, like, different departments and, like, hey, you need help? Oh, you're good? All right, cool. Let me go over here. Let me go do this. Like, I'm not tied to one area. So, that is the cool thing about my job. I don't even know how we got started about that. But, yeah, anyway, so... that's all I got for today. It's funny because I started like the first 3 videos not wanting to do this because I was like, a video every day, who wants to do this? But like I have to stay strong on this. So January 6th 2025. Did I do anything on my day off? No. Yeah, that's it. Sorry. All right, do all the things. You know how it is. Like, comment, subscribe, and your boy is out.